Listen, Platinum on the mic, and I'm coming for your ass. I'm listening to the Bob Culture Podcast, and I think it's the hottest show in the game, because them and everybody loves the Acclaimed. Now, scissor me.
Before we get started, I want to shout out our sponsors here on the BCP. As always, the BCP is brought to you by our favorite store, Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, located online and at the Englishtown Flea Market in Englishtown, New Jersey, on Saturdays and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Blue Building. Get your wrestling stuff, retro video games, G.I. Joes, Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters. It's our favorite store. Thank you, Heather and Dan, for sponsoring the show. Guys, we also want to welcome in our new sponsors, Warriors of Wrestling. WOW brings the action to Breezy Point, New York on August 26th for our next event, Payback, featuring appearances by Darius Carter, TJ Marconi, Chris Steeler, Joe Ocasio, and more. Tickets are available now at warriorsofwrestling.com, and be sure to subscribe on YouTube. Please welcome in our new sponsor, Mania Club. Established in 2015, Mania Club is a WWE-recognized community for fans with an eclectic love for both the world of professional wrestling and raising money for Connor's Cure. During WrestleMania weekend, we host the official tailgate of WrestleMania while also celebrating the life of Connor McCulloch. They're the single largest donor within the V Foundation for Connor's Cure, with over $150,000 raised. Please donate and join the Facebook group over at Mania Club. Donate at jimmyv.org/Mania Club. The BCP is also sponsored by the No Gimmicks Podcast, the pro wrestling podcast that keeps it 100% real 100% of the time. The No Gimmicks Podcast is available wherever you get your podcast. Shout out Kelvin. Check out the No Gimmicks Podcast. We're also sponsored by our friends over at Global Wrestling Family. GWF is about inclusivity and celebrating a common love for pro wrestling amongst the fans and wrestlers. T-shirts, hats, and more merch is available now. Join the group on Facebook at Global Wrestling Family, and be sure to follow them on Instagram at Global Wrestling Family. Wrestling All Day, All Night is the best wrestling discussion group on Facebook. We provide more of a community feel here and have wrestling fans introduce other fans to something they may have not seen before, such as old school wrestling, indie wrestling, Japanese wrestling, and more. We also strive to be a source for information regarding upcoming wrestler meet and greets and signings. And remember, we're open 24/7, all day, all night. Be sure to follow on socials and join the group on Facebook at Wrestling All Day, All Night.
Hello, I'd like to welcome you to paradise, where everyone is riding on a satellite, sending signals, praying for miracles. We should have seen this coming. Hear me out, because I'm only gonna say this one more time. Hear me out, and open your eyes and take a look at all the signs. You think I'm crazy, but I'm not the only one. Call me crazy. I've been thinking maybe we are not alone. Call me crazy. I've been thinking lately it's been the same way all along.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here on the BCP live at WrestleBash. Let's be real, Nunez, with our favorite guest of all time, a first ballot
come on,
BCP
man.
Hall of Famer, guy who means a lot to me. I probably still wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for
Seriously,
you, man.
man.
I appreciate
He
that.
is the Warrior Wrestling heavyweight, truly blessed heavyweight champion.
Dude's got
He
his
is.
own belt. Come on.
I do.
Please welcome back to our show our favorite guest, Mr. KC Navarro. What's
Thanks.
up, bro? How are you, man?
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Tired, but I'm blessed and I'm great, and I'm happy to be back on this show, man.
Dude, cliche questions out of the way because we got a lot to talk about, man.
Oh, yeah.
WrestleBash 2. How's it been to be here so far? You look great. Always best dressed in the room.
The fit is always great.
Thanks, man. You know, I got to look good, you know what I mean? Can't be blessed and, look like shit.
You look great, man.
You can't look like Matt Cardona.
Oh,
you know
it's starting already.
Starting.
He's starting. Oh, man.
Sorry.
He's making friends already.
Sorry.
Well, you know what? Let's just get into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
Casey, we've talked many times, and thank you again for the opportunity, as always,
Yeah,
man.
thank you so much, man.
You, long time ago, you talked about how much Matt Cardona, then Zack Ryder, meant to you. You know,
Yes.
dressed up like him.
I did.
Visited him at conventions. You got to meet him. You wanted to be the broski of the week.
So bad.
Fast forward, you were in quite possibly, and the fans have spoken,
Yes.
the feud of the year, a series of matches with the indie god Matt Cardona, man. I mean, what has that whirlwind been like for you so far, bro?
Ah, man, amazing. I mean, like, you dream of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you have a hero, somebody you look up to, and like kids bully you over that person, and the one thing you want to do is just meet them, like, alone, and you dream of maybe wrestling them one day. And I mean, if you would have told me 12 years ago when I was 12 that I'd be wrestling him 12 years later, I tell you were crazy. I would never believe you.
Exactly.
This guy was everything to me. I watched him, actually my first WWE event, I was there when he won the tag team titles, his very first title. Very, very funny now that I think about
Great
that.
American Bash.
Great
08,
American Bash
right?
08.
Yeah, I was there for
Nassau
that.
Coliseum.
Yeah,
Long Island. I was there. That was my first WWE event ever.
way.
Day before
Really?
was the day before my 9th birthday? Yeah. Yeah.
man.
No way.
And I was there, and that was the opening match. It was the 4-way tag team title match.
Yeah.
And they won. And then next thing you know, internet champion. And then he becomes a U.S. champion.
Yeah.
And then he becomes a U.S. champion. And then,
yeah.
He's off TV for a little bit. Next thing you know, WrestleMania 32. Intercontinental champion. For a day.
Amazing ladder match.
For a day.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. It's okay. But I remember crying when he won the IC title. I'm not even going to lie.
That was a
16.
really cool moment, yeah.
It was awesome, man, because, like, no one saw that coming. And I felt that, like, for him to win that, like, I was like, man, I feel that. I want that moment one day. And then I wound up kind of having that moment. I call him out.
Several moments.
And, now several. It was supposed to only be one and done.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be one and done. And I remember right before our first match, I remember Alpha Jr., who runs the company Battlefield Pro Wrestling, came up to me and he was like, hey, man, Cardona wants to do this again. I go, we didn't even touch yet. He goes, it was your promos. He
My nice-
made him care.
There you go.
And that's it, man. Let's get right into it. Perfect segue. It's like you've done this before, bro. You went the extra mile with the promos, man. And I knew how much he meant to you and how much this match meant to you. But it wasn't just like a normal promo. You went the extra mile with the parodies, the title belt. We'll talk about that in a little bit, man. It was so amazing. Even before you guys touched, like you just said, it was great. I mean, we knew how much he meant to you, but why, like, all this extra mile stuff, and who, like, inspired you? Did you have help with this, man? It was amazing, all of the promos.
For the first match, the first 2 videos were all me, 100% me.
Look at you,
I mean,
man.
all 3 of the videos were all my ideas. The third video, I had my video guy, David Valesco, film it at the cemetery. He kind of, like, had a place that we can do it, and he just used his camera. It was one take, actually, so it was like, boom.
True pro. Look at you.
Yeah, right? They used to call me One Take Navarro. As a matter of fact, they still do. Just like this interview is one take.
One take, that's
There you
right.
go. We have no choice.
Yeah, no choice. We're live. We're on. But yeah, all the other videos were me. I'd wake up in the morning. I hit up my friends. I'm like, listen, this is what we're going to do. I need you to film it with my camera this way, and I'm going to edit it. I'll have it up by the end of the day. And that's what I did the first time. And then the second or the third match, I was able to do it again. And I was just waking up every day, filming the new thing. I'm like, yo, I'm going to do a Z True Long Island Story spinoff. This is what I'm going to do this time. Because I felt like I went really in the first time because I didn't think there was going to be another match. So I'm like, I'm just going to tell the whole story now.
Okay, gotcha, yeah.
And that's why that last promo with me in the cemetery, I'm like, this is it. I'm never going to wrestle him again. I'm just going to go all in. And then when they said we were doing it again, I'm like, what am I going to say now?
What do I have left?
Do? So I was like, I'll do the Z True Long Island spinoff, and I'll, maybe I can get the Big O in it, who used to be a big part of that. And then I hit up the Big O. He's like, I would totally do that.
That's amazing.
And then I'm like, what else can I do?
Yeah.
He was the internet champion. I always wanted his old title. I always did. Never made a replica of it. The closest thing I had was the action figure that came with it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own. So I hit up the guys that made me this Truly Blessed Warrior World title.
Love it.
And I got the Blessed Internet Championship made. Too bad I didn't bring it. I thought about bringing it. I didn't think anybody would care, but like everybody's been asking me about it.
We got this bad boy right here, though.
This one's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend too much more time on this because there's so much to talk about, man. But that was amazing. I'm sure, because he's gone on record saying that he wanted to do a Matt Cardona versus Zack Ryder, wasn't able to do that for several reasons.
Sure.
I feel like this was, in a way, the closest thing because you, as much as you insulted him, you paid homage as well.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great, man,
Yes.
in case you're continuing to do great things. But correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you took this beautiful belt down under to Australia.
Yes, I did.
Lots to talk about there. How was that experience for you? in
I
Australia,
loved it.
bro?
I loved it. It was so cool. Melbourne City Wrestling. Shout out to them. It was fantastic. I got to see a different side of the world. I never really been that far 22 hours of travel was not fun. Thank God for first class in United.
There you
Boom.
go, my guy.
Sleeping the whole flight. Laid down, feet up, movies. It was great. But I loved it. The food was different. The people are great there. You know, I'm planning on going back either at the end of this year or maybe next year. But I loved it, man. It was so fun.
That's awesome, man. And we got to talk about this. I know you're going to be very humble.
Sure.
But, I don't know, Rhea Ripley, Buddy Matthews. Congrats, by the way, to the both of them.
Yeah, congrats on the
congratulations.
engagement. Yeah, congrats.
So happy for them.
Yeah.
They love you.
They do.
I'm just going to put it that way.
They do.
I believe you got to do some workouts with them. Correct me if
Yes, I
I'm
did.
wrong, man.
Yes, I did.
A lot of social media posts.
Yeah, they were sharing some of your stuff.
Yeah,
Quite an
yeah.
It's like,
endorsement.
oh, okay.
And very well,
Yes.
never doubt in my mind. Very well deserved, bro. What was that like for you having that endorsement from those guys?
Well, Buddy is a very hard person to make like you.
Yeah.
I can say that. Anybody that meets him, I know, is very intimidated by him. He's very standoffish. But I earned his respect after our match. I was his first match back on the Indies, his first singles match.
Wow.
Right after WWE. So that was a big thing for me because I remember I was just at the Icons convention. I was supposed to wrestle somebody else. I see him like walking towards me. I'm like, uh-oh, what's his problem? And he comes up and he goes, all right, Brian, we're going to wrestle tonight. And he just walked off. I'm like,
All right, cool.
is he messing with me? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
it's
because he was
like,
one of my
okay.
dream matches. And then the promoter comes up to me. He's like, you're wrestling Buddy tonight. He doesn't want to wrestle whoever he's going to wrestle. He wants to wrestle you. He thinks it's going to be different. I'm like, wow. Okay. So now I got all these nerves going in because I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't planning on wrestling Buddy Matthews. And next thing you know, I did. And we killed it. It's got over 250,000 views. Quarter million? Yeah. 250 million?
Yeah, quarter million.
250,000 is a quarter million.
Yeah, quarter million.
Yeah, I'm not a math guy.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But you got what I'm saying.
Yeah, there was a lot
I
of
had
views.
my head.
Right, and he was
There
right.
was a lot of
I had New Japan last night. My head is a
There you
little
go,
all over the
yeah.
place. But yeah, and I earned his respect that way. And then, through him, I met Rhea Ripley. And Rhea's one of the sweetest people you ever meet. I love her. And to get an endorsement like that from somebody that is the current women's world champion.
That's so cool.
It means a lot to me. I really appreciate everything she does for me and the advice she gives me. And, I'm happy for them. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Real quick, New Japan, how was that for you the other night, bro?
So cool. I guess, am I considered a super junior now? I don't know. I don't want to call myself a super junior just because I was on one thing. But it was fun. It was really cool being in there with Leo. Me and Leo.
You have a history.
Long history, me and Leo. And
Man of the hour.
For us to have a moment in there was really cool. I think the fans felt that moment. I know I heard the commentary felt that moment. And it was really cool, man, to be in the ring with Leo again. It's been, 2 years since the last time we wrestled. And I feel like me and him wrestle every 2 or 3 years. It's like, it takes forever for us to get that match. But it was really cool, man. I love Leo. I loved all the guys in it. It was cool being in there with Dragon Kid. And it was just cool being in that environment, man. New Japan, it's very different. I've done AEW, I've done Impact. I had the private run with WWE. And to do New Japan was really cool, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, he's all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Check out that match with Ray Phoenix, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I just saw him.
That's
I
your
just
buddy,
saw him,
man.
yeah.
It's a big show of respect we talked about.
Yes,
Yes,
with the handshake afterwards.
Yeah,
was
I got
like,
the same handshake just
That
before.
is unbelievable.
He
Yeah.
knows the deal. I was not able to attend, but Great Adventure a couple weeks ago, Six
Oh,
Flags.
yes.
Is this match streaming somewhere? I need to see
Yes,
it.
we need to see it.
Happened.
We need the scissoring.
And
Yeah.
Casey Navarro
Bless
versus
Acclaimed.
what? Brick City Boy? It doesn't
Yes,
matter.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. You guys
Who
probably
cares
won.
about the other ones?
The
It's it.
all
Acclaimed,
pink crew,
were you
all
rocking
pink.
the
Yeah, Pink Mafia.
Yeah,
how
there you
was
go,
it?
there you
You have
go.
a history with Bowens, obviously. How
Yeah,
was that,
yeah.
man?
It was so cool. Me and Bowens, Bowens was one of the guys that was there when I first walked into wrestling school, so he's been there since the beginning. We had 2 matches, singles matches, but we never tagged, ever. So that was really cool. And Max Caster, that silly guy.
Best wrestler
You know,
alive.
Best wrestler alive. He is.
right.
Best rapper, too. He's killing it right now. It was really cool to be with them. I'm very proud of everything they're doing. I was there the day that they signed their deals with AEW, and ever since the day they signed to now, I'm super proud of them, man. I really am.
And Casey, I want to be respectful of your time, man. Thank you for always taking this
Yes,
time.
Man,
thank
I
you
got
so
all the
much,
time
man.
in the world. I'm not doing nothing.
You are, speaking of the Acclaimed, we did a little poll, match of the year, feud of the year. I like to do these to get a read, end of the year. And your name came up a lot.
Really?
The feud with Matt Cardona, the matches with Matt Cardona. There might be a promo of the year this year. BCP Hall of Famer, by the way. But
Boom.
Wrestling
First
Fashion
ballot.
winner.
Yeah.
List goes on and on. What does that mean to you when the fans weigh in and say your match was the best of the year or your feud was the best of the year?
Man, it's cool, man. I I never try to see myself as a guy that's over or a name or anything like that. A lot of people tell me that I am now. Like,
I was gonna say that, yeah.
Jasmine Ward, where the hell she went, she always tells me you're a big superstar. That's what she calls me, superstar. And I'm like, no, man, I'm not no superstar, man.
He still answers my messages. So.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? If you can still get in contact with me,
I know
even if I did make it, I would never change. You know,
that means a lot to me.
There's no reason to. Like, I never understood that. Like for example, my sister, when she was doing Impact and like she never ghosted me. She never ghosted anybody she knew. And Bowens, same thing. You know, all these guys that made it that I knew before they were anything, like never just ghosted me. So I was like, well, why would I do that? Like when Leo Rush, when he went to NXT and was doing his thing on Raw and was walking out with Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania, guy wasn't ignoring me, you know what I mean? So like, if those guys are not ignoring me, you know, I shouldn't be ignoring anybody. And even if they did ignore me, I would never do that because I was never raised that way. You know, I got to remember the people that were there for me when I was nothing. And you know, like my mom and my dad used to tell me, you're going to see the same people on the way up that you will see on the way down. And I'm not trying to
smart people
shit at anybody down here, and then when I get up, and then when I come back down, everybody's like, oh, yeah, that's right. I'm so sorry about that. Nah, man, I'm unapologetically me, and that's what I love about me. That's why I say I'm blessed. I'm blessed with great parents that raised me right. I'm blessed with great fans.
Truly blessed.
There you go. Great friends, and, you know, I couldn't ask for a better life, man. I'm blessed.
That's awesome, man. And what do you think about Miami Heat next year?
It all depends on what's going on with the trades right now. You know, Portland Trailblazers are being a little rough with Damian Lillard. He wants to come to Miami, but they're being very rough. How you doing, sir? And you know, I think that they're going to be coming for blood this year. I keep telling everybody that their city jersey should be dark red with black letters, and they should call it blood red because they're coming for blood this year. We were too close, man. I was at the finals this year. It was hard to watch.
I saw, man.
It was hard. But
Miami loves them some Casey Navarro.
They do!
I'm a Nets guy. I seen Shaq came to the Continental Airlines Arena all the time, destroyed us. D-Wade has broken my heart so many times.
Love Dwayne Wade.
I mean, being a Mavs fan, I saw that firsthand 06 finals, but it is what it is.
It's okay. I was there in 2011 when you beat us. It's fine.
It's 1 for 1, bro. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, we're even.
Yeah.
I always end with this one.
Yeah.
You've been doing so many huge things, and we love seeing it, man.
Sure.
I have all the confidence in the world in you, man. You keep killing it, man. You keep
Thank you.
growing and getting better. I'm waiting for that day where you stop answering my message. And
Never.
You're killing it, bro. What is next for Casey Navarro?
Like I always say, wherever God takes me is what's next. It's not in my control. I'm just going to keep doing my thing and keep blessing the world. One country, one day, one match at a time.
Love it, bro. Tell everyone where they already know, but tell everyone.
Yeah, they're already following you, but let them know just in case.
Is it on the way? Hell yeah.
I think it's always blessed coming my way.
Oh, sweet. The Zack Ryder edition. All right. Or Cardona, whatever.
Get it, man.
Hey, go to CaseyNavarroShop.com. Buy that merch at Casey Wrestles on all social media, but soon that will change because now I own Casey Navarro. So that might change.
There you
go. I might be at Casey Navarro on everything.
Okay.
But till then, at Casey Wrestles, follow these guys. You know, share their stuff. I do. They're great guys. I appreciate them. I'll never forget in 2018 when they gave me a shot to be on the show. And now I'm always returning when I can, so I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you
Thank
so
you
much.
guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite guest, Casey Navarro.
I appreciate it.
We out. Peace.